one of the reasons we went up to the Treasure Coast was because on Sunday night, we were invited to have dinner at a restaurant that they opened their doors in August of 2019. So they were just chugging along, and I mean, they opened in summer, and that's pretty usually not great, but because of their food and their hospitality and their service, they made it. And then season came along, and they were doing great. And then March hit, and all of a sudden, ouch, ugh. Only seasoned restaurateurs would be able to come out of what just happened during the coronavirus crisis. And my next guests, Tom and Maria Bournas, they are seasoned restaurateurs. Coming from Chicago, they own restaurants, Greek restaurants in the Chicago area for decades. They came down to South Florida to retire. But here's the thing. Once a restaurant owner, always a restaurant owner. It bites you by the butt. You just cannot retire when you are in the restaurant business. It's your passion. It's your lifeblood. It is who you are. And so when they got here to retire, they opened up Nostalgia Greek and Italian Kouzina in Stewart on Southeast Federal. And let's say hello to them right now. Tom and Maria, welcome to the show. Hello.
Hi, Taylor.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I see you're at the restaurant and it looks beautiful. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Are you hearing me on a delay? Are they hearing me?
No.
Can you hear
me?
Yes,
very well.
Okay, good.
Very
Yes,
well.
very good.
It was such a pleasure having dinner at your restaurant on Sunday night. One of my friends said to me, because I posted it on Facebook and I was posting pictures of us having a great time, and she was a little concerned that we were out and about, but she's down in Miami. And I want to just say that, up on the Treasure Coast, you guys have had like a 3-week head start, longer than our friends in Broward and Miami. And what are you seeing as far as customers are concerned coming in? Is it sort of, do they feel normal to you? Is it sort of not business as usual, but what's the vibe as far as the consumer is concerned?
Well, we did open up our doors again May 4th. Things are not the same like before, and it's understandable.
Yeah.
People are cautious. They're still afraid. But we see an improvement every day, a little more and more every day, but not like before, no.
Right.
Right.
And because you have, what I was very impressed with was that all of your servers are wearing masks and gloves when opening wine and doing the table side, and we're going to look at that.
We do take every precaution. We do follow the official guidelines that are given to us. All the staff, including us, we work with strictly with gloves and masks. We do follow the social distancing, the 6 feet apart. Our tables are spaced out. We did remove some of our tables. There's no sitting in the bar, of course.
That's such a shame because it's a beautiful bar. It's a gorgeous restaurant.
Thank you very much, Taylor.
Thank you.
We do follow all the guidelines. Every time a customer comes or leaves, we sanitize the chairs, we change the tablecloths, we clean the menus, something that we did before. Just now we do it a little more.
Yeah.
After each patron that leaves, we try to sanitize everything.
I felt very comfortable. I really did. I felt, because the tables were very far apart. Even we had a party of 6, and I felt like there was normalcy back in my life. I did not feel uncomfortable in any way. It was raining out that night. It was drizzle out that night. So we might have opted to sit outside because there's such a beautiful courtyard out there. But we had a beautiful six top in the corner, and on the other side of the restaurant, there's a little baby grand, and there's a bar area. It's a beautiful, gorgeous restaurant, formerly La Forchetta, the fork, and now it's nostalgia Greek Italian cuisine.
Yes.
So
correction, Taylor. We took over the end of October, not in August.
Sorry about that. Oh my God! So you even had less time. So it was like what, 5 months before this happened?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh!
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so let's just talk about your background. First of all, you're both from Greece.
Yes.
And then
I'll let you say that.
I was 17, 1978, and right away to the restaurants for until last year in Chicago. Like you said before, I sold my place to come and retire. After 2 months, stay home. You work 24/7 in the restaurants. It's nothing to do. You know, you want to go back to work.
Yeah, people
Too much relaxation for your head.
You don't know what to do.
I was actually interviewed for a podcast last week, and the gentleman Chet Tart who interviewed me said, because we were talking about how thin the margins are in the restaurant industry, and especially doing takeout, and there's not really a lot of money in it, and so on and so forth. But he said, if the margins are so thin, why do people want to open restaurants? Would you like to answer that question? I knew the answer in my mind, but let's hear it from a restaurant owner.
Well, you want to deal with people. The philosophy is to make the customers, the people, to feel like home, to feel like family. When they walk into the restaurant, to feel like comfortable and talk to the people. You meet new people every day. That's
and it's something we love to do. Restaurants are a very tough business to be in. Very tough, life-wise, business-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that we love, especially Tom here, the workaholic. He cannot be without a restaurant.
it's tough business, but at the same time, it's fun business.
Yes.
Like I say,
you meet
people. New people. You're not in the office sitting behind the desk all day. You do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we love
the answer that I gave to Chet. The answer that I gave to Chet, why restaurant owners do this, because you love to serve. That's what you live for. You live to serve. And in your case, bringing your family recipes over from Greece so people can experience your passion for your food and maybe your family recipes, or maybe there's somebody, who not just people who are of Greek descent, but people who aren't of Greek descent. Those of Greek descent, they just gravitate right to your food. But you also introduce your recipes to people who might not have otherwise, tried Greek food. And that's what you live for.
Yes. And that's what we did too, because the restaurant, when we took over here, it was Italian, of course. Yeah. So we had to introduce our Greek cuisine. So what we did is every day we fix something special, and we let our customers try it. And because, like you said, a lot of people were not familiar with Greek cuisine. What they know as far as Greek goes is gyros.
Yeah,
they're not familiar with
gyros.
Yeah. So we were introducing it to them, and they loved it. So little by little, within a month and a half, we introduced our new menu, which included all the best Italian dishes that were popular, and we added all our Greek cuisine also.
And we still do every week something new, a new dish, because Maria likes to cook. I like to cook.
We both love to cook.
and we make everything from scratch. Soups, everything fresh every day. Spinach pie, beets, lamb dishes, whole
Yes, it's your
beans,
moussaka.
yeah,
All our
everything
dishes are from scratch.
homemade, made from scratch.
And we have lots of pictures because there was lots of food on our table. You know, when you go to Europe, and not, I know from going to Italy, when you, like at 10 o'clock after you finish breakfast, you start deciding what you're going to have for lunch and dinner.
Yes,
At the same time. It's marathon eating. It's the same in Greece, right?
it is. Yes, it is.
Even yeah, you start lunch like 1, 2 o'clock, and you finish 10, 11 o'clock at night. You finish lunch and dinner all together. Yes.
My background is Italian, and my grandmother, I remember going to her house. She lived in Philadelphia, and from the morning till night, there was always an entire huge long table full of capicol and homemade, and we'd be making the gnocchis and pizza and braciole. I mean, all day long. That's what you did. You ate and you cooked. It's the same in
Yes.
Greece. Greek
Yes, it
wedding,
is.
right?
Well, Greek and Italian, una fazza, una razza. The
It's
same.
It's about good food and a family.
So let's take a look at some of that food. Ruby's going to randomly throw up pictures that that we ate. We ate all of this food on Sunday night. Oh well, there's the restaurant. It is a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. All of your lighting and everything, as you can see. I don't know if you can see so well in this picture, but the tables are very far spaced apart. And we did not feel any way crunched. There's the beets. Talk about those beets, Maria.
Oh, beets. They are fresh beets. They're not from the can. And we marinate them.
You boil them, and
We boil them and you marinate them with olive oil and plenty of garlic, lots of garlic. Very good for your system.
Very
and we
good.
accompanied those with scorpiola.
And that's the garlicky
So they
mashed
have a
potato kind of, yeah.
Garlic, yes.
Mm. Okay, more, Ruby, more. Oh, I've never seen calamari this big.
yeah, we try to get the best quality and everything. That's the best calamari you can find in the market.
It was incredibly delicious. Okay, and these are just the basics. This is just what we started with.
Very good quality.
Okay,
Chicken
now
kebab. Kebabs, yes.
Tender.
Chicken kebab, we make it from tethers, chicken tethers, not chicken breast.
And that's why it was so tender. They were just shredding apart.
Yeah, I got it myself. Maria marinated them in a special marinade sauce. Meatballs, that's Maria's specialty.
Meatballs, Greek meatballs in a red tomato sauce.
And were they lamb meatballs?
No, we don't. We do beef because not a lot of people are fond of lamb.
Agree.
We try to keep it with just beef.
It was delicious. One of our diners, Les, who was at the table, he's like, you guys came over and said, is there anything you don't, are you allergic to anything? Is there anything you don't like? So weird Les doesn't like vegetables. So out came this plate of meatballs just for Les, but we all ate them too.
And the kebabs, the little kebabs.
The kebabs. I don't know if I have a picture of those because they were given individually, but everything was just so fresh, delicious. Look at this dish. Oh, there's the moussaka. And why don't you describe what this is? Because the bechamel.
It's layers of eggplant, potato, zucchini, and the ground meat topped with the bechamel. Bechamel sauce.
Heaven. And your bechamel, Maria, or Tom and Maria, it was the first time I ever tasted. There's a slight sweetness to it. Do you use a little bit of nutmeg or cinnamon in it?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg. Okay. Just a hint. it made all the difference in the world. And that bechamel is on the pasticcio too, which I don't have a picture of it because I brought it home and then I ate it all last night. So sorry.
You support to share.
One of the things that you guys do is tableside service. And there is a video that I'd like to play right now. You brought out, but before we play the video, Tom, the bronzino, talk about the fresh fish and the Mediterranean diet. This is really important. If you think you don't like Greek food, well, you've never, fish, lemon, olive oil. Hello, that's Greek food. That is the Mediterranean diet. It's Italian too. But talk about how healthy that is, and then we'll show you deboning the bronzino tableside.
Bronzino in Greece we call them lavraki, and the fish comes every other day from Greece. The fish comes from Greece every other day. Very fresh. And it's an excellent white fish, very mild. And then we put the extra virgin olive oil, Greek olive oil, fresh lemon, a little bit garlic, and parsley and oregano, fresh oregano.
Oh.
It's excellent, tastes very good and very, very healthy.
Okay.
Try to cook as healthy as possible with our oregano, our cheeses come from Greece, our oregano is organic, olive oil is organic. What else comes from Greece in Italy?
All the
pastas, we try to get the fresh tomatoes.
The pastas, the tomatoes that we use, it's from cheese from Italy, also from Greece, the cheeses. Mm-hmm. The olive oil is from Greece. The herbs.
Yes, herbs.
We use fresh herbs.
And it makes a difference when it's authentic.
That's if you use good ingredients, everything's gonna come out. You make it with love, everything's gonna come out nice and tasty.
Okay, let's take a look at I took a video of you deboning and is it your daughter who is waiting on us?
Natalia is like
Natalia. Okay, you and Natalia deboning the fish table side.
She is like our.
She's beautiful. Let's see. Fresh bronzino being deboned tableside at Nostalgia Kouzina, Italian and Greek restaurant. Oh, it's beautiful.
A little too long, so we kind of dragged at the end. What's your kid's name? Mojo Haynes? Tenero's son. Henry Hill. Henry Hill. Tenero's son in the movie. Oh, I'm thinking about Bronx Tale. Ah, Bronx Tale. I'm thinking of that. Tenero's kid with the black girl. Yeah. Oh, the other one. Yeah. Good color. Good color. Sabe De Niro. Hey, did you see?
And Tom, what is that sauce?
It's virgin olive oil from Greece, lemon, fresh lemon, garlic, and parsley.
Oh.
Mediterranean diet.
Stunning, yes.
The best.
Frank, what's his name? They say that's how Jimmy Hoffa died, you know.
That's how to bring some service.
So beautiful. There we go. So that was one of our courses. I mean, it was marathon food, and you guys took such good care of us, as you do all of your guests, because that's what you do. Like I said, you live to share your passion, which is your food and your service. And that's what I find, that's why it's so important. You don't get that kind of service at a chain restaurant. You only get that kind of service at a mom and pop, period, end of story. And I'm totally right about that.
Yes, that's correct.
I want people to find out about you. Again, the name of the restaurant is Nostalgia, Greek and Italian Cuisina. There's a lot of Greek on the menu. There's a few Italian dishes still on the menu. You're going to continue with the Italian or keep it both?
Of course, yes. We have plenty of dishes. We have it's right now it's about 50-50. 50 Italian, 50% Greek.
Okay. And there's actually another video that I want to play as well in just a second. And everybody's going, what about the soups? Do you do the avgolemino, the lemon chicken rice soup?
Maria makes the best avgolemino.
Every day we have avgolemino and our chicken vegetable soup and the fagioli.
Pasta fagioli.
It took me like 5 years to learn how to say avgolemino. It's great.
Before the soups made every day from scratch, fresh every day.
As it should be, as you will find when
like crema.
Owned. One of the other things that you do is the desserts are absolutely insane and made in house. I know that walnut cake made in house.
Yes. Okay. Well, the walnut cake started out as I did it for Christmas one time and passed it out to the customers. And little by little, everybody wanted it, and now I have to make it constantly. But we do make the majority of our desserts are made here from scratch.
I think we should take a look at some of them. Want to do that?
Of course.
I think we have another video.
Okay.
Uzo. Oh. Opa! Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, this is insane. We have cheesecake, we have a brownie, and we have
walnut cake.
Walnut.
That Maria makes homemade.
Oh.
It's the walnut spice cake. Excellent. This is like.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Pure gluttony.
That's for the boys. This for you.
Okay, that was amazing. It was a whole array of desserts. We were so full at that point. You took such good care of us. I mean, it just felt like I was dining at somebody's house in Greece. It really did. But here's what I learned.
That's the whole idea.
What?
That's the whole idea to let the people feel.
We had white wine, we had red wine, we had and that wasn't ouzo, by the way. I said ouzo on the thing. It was sambuca.
Zabuka.
We had
mastica.
Zabuka, you're going to flame the desserts, and then we have mastica, and then metaxa for the boys, and then ouzo for everybody.
And here's something I learned. Everybody thinks that you raise your glass and you say opa, but no, that's not correct. Tell people what's the difference between opa and what is it? Yama?
Yamas.
So what's the difference?
Yeah. Opa is like
a happy expression. Yeah. Opa.
Yamas is to our health.
So when you're doing cheers,
yamas.
And when you're throwing glasses in the air, it's opa.
Opa.
All right. See, we were all doing opa. We had no idea.
And then after midnight, you start throwing plates.
Plates, napkins, all hell breaks loose.
Yes.
Well, you guys, it was such a delight having you on the show. It was such a delight meeting you, and I'm so glad that you made it out of this mess, and you're starting to come back, and people are telling other people. That's the whole thing too. When you find a great restaurant, tell your friends about it, because that's the only way we can keep local restaurants alive. It costs a lot to advertise. It costs a real lot. So.
I forgot to mention one thing. Excuse me. Maria comes from a family. My father-in-law was a pastry maker. He used to have a pastry shop in Chicago. And my mother-in-law was a chef. She comes from a family from
this industry, with the food industry. I've
Food
been
industry.
all my life. I've been in a restaurant.
She grew up in a restaurant, so
Like you.
she knows how to make pastries, food, everything.
And also, Taylor, we want to thank our customers for their loyalty. They are wonderful people here in Stewart, in Florida, but in Stewart, they're beautiful. They're so nice, and we want to thank them for their support.
Yeah.
And we had so many phone calls calling us and checking up on us when we were closed to see how we're doing.
That's great.
So I had to say thank you for that. And also, we want to thank you for giving this, doing this to boost the business of, like you said, the Mas and Pas.
My pleasure. I live for that. I really do.
Greatly appreciate it because it's greatly needed. Because, like you say, restaurants are having it very tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's understandable. Things will get better. We're very optimistic, and again, thank you very much for
And
the
you have to
opportunity.
come back to try the rest of the.
Oh, we will. Believe me.
It's more stuff you have to try.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was just such a wonderful pleasure meeting you the other night, and I wish you the best of luck. And yes, we will be back.
The next time we go with a traditional Greek wine, Kouzina.
You got it. Yamas.
Yeah, that's it. Yamas.
Nostalgia
Yamas.
Greek Italian Cuisine is located at 1624 Southeast Federal. It's what plaza is that? What plaza?
Plantation Plaza.
The what plaza?
Plantation Plaza.
Plantation Plaza. The sign still says La Forchetta, but inside, when you go, when you get into the
Your sign will be ready by this week.
good. When you get into the plaza, you see the nostalgia sign, but from the street, look for La Forchetta.
Yes, correct. Yes.
And
Soon.
and I hope that more and more people go and find you and try some really, really great authentic Greek food, and your hospitality and your service superb.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you guys. And Ruby, if you can fly up the website one more time, please, so people can find them. There we go. Nostalgia Kouzina, which means kitchen.com. And how do you say goodbye in Greek?
Yasu.
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 Yasu. Take care. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye. Okay, Maria and Tom Bournas, really great people. Now you see why I'm so passionate about what I do, is because I like helping people like that who just have a passion to share their food and their way of life. That's what they live for. That's what all of these small business owners live for who own restaurants.